Alright, what's up people? Welcome back. So if you're new to the channel, this is a 2004 350Z and this is a 5.3 from a Silverado going in the car. And this is, I'm considering this a budget LS swap in a 350Z, so trying to do everything as low dollar as possible and buy as little as I can in kit form. So there's a lot of expensive kits out there, but trying to not do any of that. Today I'm working on the remote oil filter. So this bracket was $20 and then I got these fittings, four of these fittings for like 24 bucks. So normally the oil filter relocation kits are like in the $200 range. So we're doing this pretty cheap. Oil filter relocation, this one is a Transdapt oil filter, remote mount oil filter bracket thing. And then it has some 1/2 inch to -10 fittings inside there. And then I'm just using some -10 braided lines going back to a little sandwich plate, cooler plate adapter that I have back there. So now I'm just going to go through and I got the other side all done. I'm going to cut the hose and get it in the fitting for the last one. I'll show you guys how to do that. So I do have the other line already done, but going over here, I just marked where I wanted it and taped it off. I'm just using some metal tape or masking tape would work. And I'm just going to use a cutoff wheel and slice this thing. Now you're going to get some dust and shavings and some little garbage inside there, so I'll just take it and blow it out. I'm sure there's a lot better ways to do this, guys, but this is how I'm doing it. Nice and clean. And what I'm going to do while I have the tape on there is just kind of take it and push everything in. So the tape is to keep this from fraying. Otherwise, when you cut it, it'll just fray and go everywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull the tape off. I'm just going to kind of pull away towards the cut, just so I'm not pulling any of these frayed edges back. Try to keep it as clean as possible. I'm going to push them back in again. See that? Cat reflexes. Grabbed it. So now there's some little threads inside here, and it's like a left-handed thread. So I'm going to put as much as I can inside the little fitting. Try to get all the little cuts and frayed edges. If this is frayed really bad, this is a pain in the forehead. Kid-friendly content. See that? It's still even kind of hard to get in there anyways. Like I said, guys, there's probably a better way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it. And if you have any tips for any pros, any guys that do this a lot, leave some comments. So I'm just going to get as much in there as I can and just put some pressure on and start squeezing and turning and pushing this stuff in as much as I can as I'm turning it down. Once I get it to snag, I'll actually put it on the workbench. So you can see down in there a ways, the hose is pretty far down, but I got it actually caught on the threads now. So now I'll be able to push on this and turn it. I'll show you how I do that. So I'm just going to take this hose and I'll push it into the workbench and just keep turning it until that hose is pretty much almost all the way threaded in. Some may not like this method because the wrench will actually scratch up the fitting, but I guess if you really cared that much, you could put a towel over it. Or so now you can see that the hose is pretty much butted all the way up to the other set of threads there. So I might actually back it down a little bit, back it back out, and then I can thread the other piece in. Alright, so we got the line all made and wanted to talk about this quick. So I got the fittings, there was 4 of them for like 25. The hose I think was 20 for more than enough. I only used about half of it for this project, so I'll be able to use that hose for like the turbo drains or any other place that I need some -10 line. This sandwich plate or this plate was like 20 something. The half-inch NPT to -10 fittings were $9 for both of them. So I got about $70 into the whole kit, and I believe the Sickie kit is $199. The LOJ kit is $249 right now for the oil filter relocation kit for LS Swap 350Z kit, if you were to buy the kit. So saving $130 to almost $200 doing it this way. And I will put links in the description for all this stuff. I won't forget this time, I promise. So now I'm just gonna throw it in there, go underneath here, and we'll get this thing in, and I'll come back when it's on. Okay, so this is pretty much what it looks like. Line that's coming out from the block goes over to the inside. We'll go through the filter, come back out, and then go back to the return on the block. So I did actually, while I was doing this, I got a different fitting. I ordered one. So it's basically going to be a -10 female to -10 male. And this will be able to go up and over the top. It's kind of like a coupler. So instead of this being side by side like it is and hitting, I'll be able to raise this up a little bit, and I'll have it go right over the top of this thing, and that'll probably be pretty sweet, I think. That fitting also has a 1/8" NPT port on it. So if I wanted to, it's on the supply side, if I wanted to use that NPT for like a gauge or turbo feed or anything else I would need oil for, I could do it right off of that. So that's kind of cool. All right, so something kind of funny. I got a package here, and while I'm doing the oil kit, I'll show you guys. I have a fitting, but the oil kit is already done. So, funny story. Well, the funny story is that I bought 2 of these, and they came in a set of 2. So when I bought them on eBay, it was a set of 2, but I bought 2 of them. But then like a week later, we were actually in the Dells, me and my wife, on our anniversary trip that I put the go-karting video up. We were in line for one of the rides, and I looked at the auction, and it said I purchased 2, but I forgot that it was a set of 2, and I bought 2 of them. So I ended up buying 2 more sets, thinking that I was buying 2 more individual fittings, so now I got some extra fittings. So that's pretty cool. I like these fittings, and I've been kind of trying to stock up on AN fittings because you never know when you need them, and they're always, I don't know, they're pretty cool. They work pretty good. But I just thought that was kind of funny and wanted to share that with you. So that's it for this one, guys. I did pick up the oil and the trans fluid today. I only was able to get 2 quarts of the fluid though, so I gotta wait till tomorrow to get the rest of it. So I'll be putting the oil and the trans fluid in tomorrow. I'm also going to pick up a starter from the junkyard because they're like 20 bucks, and that's what I have in the Ranger. I actually bought a new starter for the truck, and it went bad after like a month. And I got one from the junkyard, and I've had it in there for like 6 months. So I'm going to get another one from the junkyard because that's probably good luck for me. And then we'll have a way to turn this thing over, and I'll start working on some of the wiring and probably just flop the intake on it and see if we can get it started. It should start. I'm not really concerned about any of that stuff, but just want to do it. I kind of want to just start it, fire it, and listen to it and get all excited and motivated again. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.